All right, guys. If you think you've missed any of my live streams, you haven't. I just haven't been around. This has been the first one, I think, in over a month. I have 4 things I want to share. A couple of them are lots, so there's more to unpack than it looks. And so let's dive in and see what's here. Hope everyone had a nice Christmas. I spent my Christmas with the flu, and I thought I was going to die. And this is actually, I guess the first day I felt somewhat normal, but hopefully get back in the swing of things, maybe with this video. How about that? So I'm going to start in with this first one here. Got a flat envelope. I tell you, some really good things come in flat envelopes. All right, let's get this thing open. All right. Oh yeah. All right, this should be a little lot of vending cards. Here we go. So I picked this up a little bit. I don't know if I can say by accident, but I put an offer in, a very low offer, and he actually took it. So there's a good chance that he has more of these. And now that I'm looking at it, this has printing issues. Anyway, they're all Willy Wonka. And, I'm telling you, this is a piece of paper. Okay. No, it's an old vintage piece of paper. I can tell you that. You can probably see there with me through the screen. But, yeah, I don't know if they just had to do this in a pinch or whatever, but this is definitely a piece of paper. The next is a Heartbreakers. It has sun damage. Let me see if I can show that to you. Yeah, you should be able to see it. See on top of this bottom row of letters, breakers, it just looks a little purple. Anyway, there's a lot of fading. Even the yellow is faded up through here. It looks way better through the phone than it does in person. So far, this is not the greatest lot. Things have greatly improved with this. This is absolutely stunning. It looks like it's never been used. These are vintage, and they even have tape on them. They were used, but this one is just incredible quality. Maybe my favorite one. Next is it's another piece of paper. I could not help but notice that in the listing, they had all the runts here. Actually, there's one more. Let me just show you the rest, and we'll look at them. Next up is Secret Centers. There's something up with this. This is made off of a different cardstock. I notice there's a weird little stamp on it. The condition is a little ratty on this one. This is quite a little interesting lot here. Next is a Tartan Tinies. These are all vintage, by the way. So these would date. Well, this one says 1994 down here. I love dates. Now it makes me want to look closer to see if these had dates. Yeah, this one says 89. Okay, this one is 94. With most of this stuff, it's always going to be like mid to late 80s to early mid 90s. And then lastly is this runts. You're not seeing double. This one's different. So let me just lay out the runts. This is what I was going to show you. All right. I mean, what caught my eye was just seeing the different runt variants. Boom, really cool. This piece is, I'm telling you, it looks amazing in hand. It's really shiny and perfect, really. But this one's a little older, and these are too. They have the date of 1989 on them. This one is legitimate. It's on cardstock. As you can see, it's yellowing, while these are paper. I guess they've got to be legitimate in a way as well, but I don't know. Very cool, though. So, Willy Wonka, vending machine cards. Okay. Next box. I want to save this for the end, okay? The next one, I'm not sure what this is going to be. A couple of these I've been hanging on for weeks. For one thing, it was just Christmas, and it was just so busy, man, around my house. I just couldn't get a time to myself. And all right, I don't even know what this is. All right, it says thank you, Marcia. She gave me some tea there. Probably could have used that last week. What the hell did I buy this time? All right, whatever it is, it's broken. Oh, this might be the Wowie. Okay, let me just get it out. We'll look at it. I didn't buy it for the candy per se. You can see on the back why I bought it. Anyway, this is unfortunately melted. I knew it was melted. I didn't know it was snapped. Wax candy. You might remember back when we were kids, they sold a lot of wax gums, wax candies. You basically could chew on this stuff. Now it's falling out of the pack. It's quite a disaster of a example. Yeah, the cello was ripped. Anyway, this is what I got here. I'm going to have to go back and look at the listings if she showed that it was ripped. She probably did. I just probably overlooked it. I mean, it was only $10. Anyway, this is the remnants of a whistle, a wax whistle. You might remember those. Most of them had a witch on them, witch card. But W&F Manufacturing, Glenn Confections, they did all kinds of cards to go on these products, and this one is one of my favorites I've ever seen. I've never seen this before. It's Fonzarelli for president, basically, from Happy Days. It's pretty dope, man. That's pretty cool. I've never seen that, and it's not even a novelty. It's truly for Fonz. I love that. I don't know if they had some deal worked out with Happy Days to do that, or if they just rolled the dice. Okay, let's put these right here. Okay, got a couple more things to share. Let's open this one next. It's going to be another one-off. Yeah, I hope everyone got something cool for Christmas. I love Christmas. Christmas has always been my favorite holiday, and Halloween a very close second. For different reasons, Alright. Oh shit, I remember exactly what this is. Yeah, this is the one that I've had for I've had this for 3 weeks. This is weird, man. And unfortunately, I was originally, when I did this, I was going to bring out the box that's reference to this or whatever, but I forgot all about it. All right, this is a Zeebs 1994, 1995, 1996, something like that. Zeebs BHS bubblegum. It's supposed to look like a VHS container, and if you open this, you can see it here, guys. When you open this looks identical to a VHS thing, but it's smaller, and it doesn't work because it's filled with bubblegum. I've never seen this variant ever before. I'm not sure why this exists. What my feeling is, now first of all, one clue is this add-on sticker. The add-on sticker means that this was sold individually at retail. These were they weren't some don't have this, and they have a different way. I don't know how they did it, how they sold it. But anyway, these are the older ones, and what I think happened is they didn't like this design, and they eventually put Freddy Krueger on it. And so that's the one everyone has. Everyone has Freddy Krueger. But for some reason, this is this exists. And I guess it's their early version of gum in the hair. But you can still see Freddy's, claw marks or whatever. And it talks about it here, Eddie Chugger. All this is the same. I looked at this later. It's all the same except this one graphic, instead of having Freddy Krueger like they went with later, it has this really weird bubblegum chef made out of bubblegum. And it just totally missed the mark. So I don't know if they got in trouble with using Freddy Krueger and then they had to go to this, or if this is what they started with and went to Freddy Krueger. But my gut is that this is the early one. And they didn't like it and they changed it to Freddy Krueger. Maybe they were waiting on the license to get Freddy Krueger stuff made or something. Fuck if I know. Okay, the last box. It's... Hold on. Let me move all this. Now I'm gonna get... oh yeah, let me grab this box here. This is my tier 2 box. What I keep in this are candy containers that I do love, but they're kind of on sort of that more bottom level. I call it tier 2 because I have like tier 0, which are just stuff made of dreams. Tier 1, I have like Mr. Bones and UFO candies, but this is my tier 2. And back in the day when I was collecting, when I started collecting, I was thinking of candy in tiers. So things like, Crunchy Lunch, while I love them, they're actually very common. Some of them are rare, but most of the time they're very common, and there's nothing really exciting about this, you know what I mean? So a lot of these are what I consider tier 2. So that brings us to the last box. Inside is a newly discovered color 2. Which one's it gonna be? Newly discovered, getting closer. Well, unfortunately, it's one of the most unpopular candy containers, and that is going to be bed bugs. Now, I love bed bugs. Let me get out what I have of bed bugs, and then I'm going to show you a newly discovered color. I'm so excited, man. But let me get out what I have, so you can appreciate what we're fucking pulling here. By the way, extremely rare color here. Look at that. Now, it's hard to find any rare variant of, it's hard to find any new color of bed bugs. They really didn't use as much variety in these as they did with some of the other containers. Another notable one is this teal one, by the way. This is the common blue, and this is some weird variant. All right, let's get inside. Now you'll see why I'm so excited when I saw this. Now I had to pay $60 for this lot, yet it felt like someone was just kicking me square in the nuts. Yeah, nobody wants to pay a lot of money for bed bugs, ever. You can see it right there. Oh my God. There it is. Yeah, I've never seen a green one in all these years. Oh, it's just true green. I thought it was going to be like a teal. It's even better. This is just a basic green. While I got you, we're gonna go in here and see if we can find this color in any other Fleer candy containers. Anyway, it came with these other ones, as you can see, but these are all going to be variants we already had. There's that common blue color, which I love that blue color. There's that. Wow, that's a little different though, man. Yeah, let's look at that real quick. Give me 1 second. Let's see. Yeah, they're different. I mean, you can see it. It's very subtle, right? This is more, honestly, it's kind of like a light red. Yeah, I mean, it's orange. It's got a little milkiness to it. Whilst this one looks a little warmer. It's close, but I don't know if you can see that. And, you know, something like that, you know, no one gives a shit about, but I do. So I'll actually save that one. And then there's the common yellow. I'm not sure why I saved two of them in the collection, by the way. Maybe this one is... Actually, I have no idea. All right. So, oh yeah. So let's see if we can find this green color. Now, I guess it is a little... Got a little hint of aqua in it. Because as I look here, that's green. And this has a little something in it. But anyway, that's top. So let's look at Fleer is what I wanted to look at. Now notice I have probably obviously the best collection of Doghouse ever. This is 20 years of digging through lots, finding all these bad boys. Look at those variants. Good Lord. Look at that one of all things. Now, let's see. Okay, these are Fleer. I don't see this color. Come to think of it, I don't remember a lot of Fleer green ever. They don't use a ton of green for some reason. Now, the phony phones, I've got some really great variants of those too. Look at that. It doesn't show up in the camera. Damn, that's a shame. This is electric blue, but in the camera it just looks blue. Hey, that's close. Let's look at this one. This one's a little trans. Yeah, I've got a lot of rare variants of these two. These are kind of the basic colors down at the bottom, and these are kind of the more scarce colors up here. But yeah, I was just trying to look for this particular green in any sort of Fleer. Oh yeah, let's look at our mailboxes. And you can see the different colors of mailboxes. A lot of people don't know there's two reds. I don't know if you knew that. Anyway, I'll just show you this. This is one of the most common candy containers. It's the mailbox, but there's two reds. This is the old 70s one, and this is the one you see everywhere. It's just the old... They were making these throughout the 90s even, so... but the rarest ones of these, while I have them handy, they're pretty convenient to handle. The rarest ones are the 70s. This is 70s. Blue ones are 70s. And then, what's the last one? Is it yellow? Yeah, yellow. So the 70s ones are really hard to find. They're not valuable at all, but they're fun to track down. Yeah, I'm not seeing any green quite like that. I was trying to see what else I could show you in here. Let's open note. Okay, these sloppy waffles are Fleer, but I know there's not that type of green. There's, I think, this green, but obviously that's not the same. Yeah, and there's other Fleer containers. But anyway, that's really cool. So let me do a little run cap of what came in today. Got a nice lot of all sealed. Yeah, I can show you the candy. Let me show you the candy if you've never seen it. It's really cool. It's unexpected. You know, you see this little child's bed. You know, he's got his teddy bear sheet rolled over. It's kind of like jumping in bed. But when you open it, there's the bed bugs. Yeah, very 80s. You know, gross themes, you know, shocking themes, and the candy is just in impeccable condition. I don't see any spots on it. Really nice. All right, so what came in today was a lot of these, something like that, basically. Mainly was the green one. We also got in this very rare, strange Zeebs VHS container that doesn't have Freddy on it. It's supposed to have Freddy on it. it has this other character. So I don't think we'll ever know why. I don't know if he was just what they started with or what they came back to. Maybe there was a problem with the Freddy Krueger license or something. We got a lot of Willy Wonka vending cards. These went in the front of candy, you know, like where you put the quarter in, you turn the knob. And different ones, a lot of runts in this lot. And then the last one was this hot mess. It was a wax, whistle, but the main part was the card on it said "Fonz for President." Wowie chewing gum. All right, guys, hope you enjoyed some of that. I'll see you in the next year, hopefully with some bangers. I don't know what those are, and I haven't found them yet. It's been very, very, very slow. Extremely slow. But, as it is, people overspend at Christmas, and in the collecting world, it becomes just a feeding ground right here after Christmas. Just go on eBay, you'll see people listing crazy stuff you didn't even know existed because they're so deep in debt. All right, guys, have a good one. See you in the next one. Russ Band out. Let's not forget this. Seriously.